Here we go. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Sheesh. It's the fucking flow show, no filter. Oh man. I fixed it. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm gonna fix it. I had to do all. I'm too good. You ain't stopping my live show. I don't give a damn. I don't care if I got to crawl. I don't care if I got to crawl on this motherfucker. You're not stopping my live show. I don't care if I got to walk, crawl on the side of my stomach. If I got to do the earthworm, I'm going to get my live show off. You got me fucked up. You can't stop flow. StreamYard trying to stop flow. You can't stop flow. I will take this computer apart and put it back together for my show. Now let's get started. Hold on. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show No Filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Put the ones in the chat if you can see me. Put ones in the chat if you can hear me. Put ones in the chat if they can't stop the flow. You're all I need to get by. You're all I need to get by. Shorty, I'm there for you anytime you meet me. It's me in your world. Believe me, nothing make a man feel better than a woman. Queen with a crown that be down for whatever. There were few things last forever. My lady, we could make war and make babies. Back when I was nothing, y'all made a brother feel like he was something. That's why I'm with you to this day, be no frontin'. Even when the skies are gray, you will rub me in my back and you say, Flo, it'll be okay. Well, that's real with a brother like me, baby. Never ever get my listen away and keep it tight, all right? And I'm going to walk these dogs so we can live in a fat-ass crib with thousands of kids. Word right, you don't need a ring to be my wife. Just be there for me, and I'm going to make sure we be living in the effing lap of luxury. I'm realizing that you didn't have to fuck with me, but you did. Now I'm going all out, kid, and I got mad love to give. You my nigga. Like sweet morning dew, I took one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. For you I sacrifice, I dedicate my life. But then I'm glad for you. Dedicate my love for you. I gotta love Jones for your body and your skin tone. 5 minutes alone, I'm already on the bone. Plus, I like the fact you got a mind of your own. No need to shop around. You got that good stuff at home. Come on, we back. You can't stop the flow, man. Who we got in here? Let's get started today. I've been up early. They had the nerve to try to freeze the whole damn StreamYard. StreamYard, how y'all gonna try to freeze me? I gotta put y'all on blast. Live viewer comments show up on the StreamYard. This is an example. Click. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, Melissa, Desi, Deborah, Elise, Grandma. Where my people at? Let me see. Oh, see, Tuck, you in here? Say what's up. Yeah, they tried to freeze the whole. You thought you could stop me by freezing the whole fucking app? You can't even stop me by freezing the whole fucking app. I'll take this computer apart, put it back together, and be right back on here. Cussing up a storm. What's up, y'all? Good morning, everybody. Everybody enjoy their weekend. I enjoyed mine. I enjoyed mine. Everybody, I enjoyed mine. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all weekend. Watch my fucking Browns get heart. Nobody can rip your heart out, slam it on the ground, and stump a mud hole in it like my Cleveland Browns, y'all. Y'all, I'm telling you, that's why a Cleveland person is the hardest person to hurt. Because we got a football team that been hurting us from the fucking beginning. The Cleveland football team will hurt you like there's no tomorrow. And it happened again. We did everything but win the game. We should have won. We can't make kicks. Our kicker missed the extra point. Then he not only missed the extra point, then the field goal that would have gave us the game, which was basically another extra point. His ass missed that. And then I'm walking around the house with my fucking Browns jersey on after the loss, looking stupid. Why we got such a horrible football team? Why do we have such a horrible football team, God? Why did you do this to me? We had pizza, drinks, some wake and bake. We had everything just to get our hearts broken. Thanks for rubbing it in, Kathy. I gotta turn this down. Hold on, y'all. I need some air. Turn the damn fan on. I need some air. Shit. Thanks for rubbing it in, Kathy. Shout out to everybody football team who won. I hate y'all. This morning. See, Tuck, where you at, man? Oh, I got a $5. Okay, hold on. I seen it in the comments. Thank you, Angelina. I was trying to contribute to the Wi-Fi bill. I sent $4.99 super chat to the other one. Happy Monday, Flo. Thank you so much. But let me be honest with y'all. This wasn't the Wi-Fi. This was StreamYard. This was totally on StreamYard. Had nothing to do with me. StreamYard be glitching sometimes. But thank you for the $4.99. We call that a $5 holla. Fuck, man. Where you at, C-Tuck? Me. Okay, it's Kathy's birthday month, y'all. Hey, guess who else's birthday month it is? We got to celebrate. We got to do some celebrating, y'all. Today is Kathy's birthday month. And this is also C Tuck's birthday month. Me and C Tuck had some business to tend to yesterday. Look, C Tuck said they ain't get beat yesterday. They just got outplayed for real. Yeah, man. It hurt. That was a big victory we could have had. Our team looked good. We just don't have no kicker and no quarterback. Flacco didn't do too bad, but we know he ain't the quarterback of the future. But only people I'm disappointed at is the kicker and a couple of wide receivers. But at the end of the day, this is how you end up having a bad season. You can't give away games you're supposed to win because you're gonna look, then you have games where you just get beat. So if you're giving away the games that you're supposed to win and losing the games that you just get beat in, you end up with 3-14, man. So I'm just disgusted. Me and C Tuck had some business that we were supposed to go over yesterday. When them Browns lose, they just throw off your whole fucking Sunday. I'm definitely loyal. That's the thing. I'm definitely loyal. I'm a scream. I'm gonna be back in front of the TV next week with my Browns. I got like 7 Browns jerseys. I keep switching them, and they all bad luck. But I'll be right back in front of the screen next Sunday, like this Sunday never happened. But damn, shout out to those who won. So what are we talking about today? So Tupac murder and the Diddy link is coming back up in the news. PPD, we're gonna talk about a little bit, and I can't tell you, I got some new information. I can't tell you the name because y'all know I don't shit on my sources because I think this is gonna come out sometime soon or maybe not, I don't know. But I got some backstory about this Tupac and Diddy situation. That's some explosive shit. I can't tell you exactly the name, but I'm gonna give y'all some hints on this live about who unalived, who shot Tupac the first time. I can't tell you who because my source, I can't rat them out like that. They say I can't say nothing, but I think it's gonna come out. And Diddy might have a lot. Diddy, man, when it's all said and done, Diddy, this whole Diddy situation might really just get out of control. KPD just got sentenced. Y'all know that's the one who got picked up for Tupac's unaliving. But he just got sentenced because he got into a fight in Vegas. This trial for the Tupac stuff is February. So we still got a little time. So I know y'all to load up y'all Snoop Dogs, start passing it around, because I can give y'all some hints. But I can't tell the name. I can't, y'all know I'm a man of integrity. Somebody tell me I can't divulge it, I won't divulge it. But I can give y'all hints and just tell y'all the backstory of what's going on, and y'all can take it from there. So good morning, y'all. So when it's all said and done, with all these extra murders and all that, would they be tied to Diddy? I don't know. But a lot of stuff is starting to get passed around. A lot of information is starting to rear its ugly head. And who knows? One thing about life, it's unpredictable. 1 minute, you can feel like Diddy ain't being held accountable for shit. And the next minute, he could be looking at life in prison again. One day, the show could just pop right on, like nothing ever happened. And then the next day, StreamYard froze, and y'all can't hear me. Life is unpredictable. So, what is this information, son? We all know about Tupac. What up, Big R? Big R. I love my big mama. Big mama. I love my big mama. Big mama. I like that song. But check this out, y'all. I hope y'all got some good stuff. I hope y'all passed some good stuff this morning because this is crazy. So check this out. We all know about the early beef. I'm going to tell you how this all could come back to be bad news for the Mohawk Diddy himself. We all know about the beef that started between Biggie and Tupac, all behind, and Diddy was the puppet master in that whole thing. Diddy didn't care about people losing their lives. All Diddy cared about is becoming. All Diddy cared about was becoming rich and famous. He used Biggie and Tupac basically as pawns. And I'm gonna give you an example of how he used them for pawns. They were good friends. Biggie actually wanted to roll with Tupac instead of Diddy, but things worked out the way they did. So with the East Coast, West Coast situation, Diddy saw an opportunity. And a lot of like Diddy's women, like his baby mamas, Kim Porter, back in that day, I think the Chance and the mother of Chance and all that, they liked Tupac. And this drove Diddy crazy. He was jealous of Tupac. He also wanted to be Tupac at the same time. Weird, right? So Tupac was always wanting to have a reason to get Tupac. I mean, Diddy always wanted a reason to get Tupac out of the picture. And so he saw an opportunity for there to be money and fame to be gained from this Tupac Biggie beef and make it dangerous for Tupac, even if it made it dangerous for Biggie at the same time. Diddy didn't give a fuck. I'll tell you an example of Diddy using these two as pawns. Now, we all know about the infamous shooting at Quad Studio. This was the original time that Tupac got shot, not the time that unalived him in Vegas. So just to be clear, y'all, we talking about the first Tupac shooting. That a lot of people believe Diddy was behind that. And if I'm to believe my sources, which I believe my sources, allegedly, Tupac was 1,000% behind that shooting. So let's continue. Now, before I go into what happened at that shooting, let me tell you an example of how we know Diddy was using them as pawns and didn't give a fuck about how dangerous it was or not. Now, at the time of the shooting, Tupac and Biggie were still cool, right up until that shooting. Tupac, somebody said they wanted to get Tupac on a song. The building, Tupac was coming to the same building where Diddy and Biggie and all of them were in there recording. And Tupac goes there and gets shot. We're going to talk about, I'm going to get into who was behind this shooting and something that nobody knows. Like, this is something nobody knows. Okay. Tupac and Biggie, after that shooting, everybody knows that Tupac was going off, saying that they know who shot him, blah, blah, blah. He was blaming Biggie and Puffy and all of that. What does Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, at this time, his name was Puff Daddy. What does he do right after the shooting? And as Biggie is trying to tell the world and tell Tupac he has nothing to do with it, Diddy releases a song and leaks a song called Who Shot You by Biggie Smalls. Now, anybody in their right mind knows that if somebody you were cool with was just shot and they believe you had something to do with it, what's going to happen if you drop a song called Who Shot You? And Biggie on there talking about separate the weak from the obsolete to creep. It's on, but nigga, fuck all that bickering beat. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek. Your heartbeat sounds like Sasquatch feet, thundering, shaking the concrete. Niggas better watch their back. Now, he on here saying all this shit that describe a shooting. And at the same time, you trying to say you had nothing to do with it. That ignited the fire even more, had Tupac going crazy even more, had them looking more suspicious, but at the same time, they're trying to say we didn't have nothing to do with it. Well, now at this point, the whole West Coast ain't staying Biggie. But who didn't care? Diddy didn't care, aka Puff Daddy, aka Mohawk Diddy. Why would you pour gas on a situation that's already on fire, knowing that it can go to another level where Biggie life is at danger, Tupac life is at danger? Why would you do that? You're doing that because you simply don't give a fuck. All he sees is money and power, and he didn't give a damn what happened to Tupac and Biggie. So check this out, y'all. This is a Flow Show No Filter exclusive. This is some information that has never been put out on a large scale. The person who is being alleged to have done that shooting to Tupac in the first time, the person who actually shot him was a bad boy artist. And this bad boy artist was not an official bad boy artist at the time that they did this shooting. They became an official bad boy artist because of this, because allegedly, because they carried out this shooting for Diddy. Let me back that up, y'all. Nobody ever knew this. This artist, in order to prove their loyalty and to get on and to be one of the bad boy artists, Diddy had him try to take Tupac out. But as you know, Tupac had his own weapon and kind of got out of it, even though he still was shot, but he wasn't unalive. But then this artist went on to become a bad boy artist because they did this shooting for Diddy. Allegedly. But I'm getting this from solid source. So then it connects all the dots. If it was a bad boy artist who tried to unalive Pac the first time, then there's no way that that Diddy was not behind this stuff. See, nobody ever knew who actually did the shooting. Nobody knows that. That's one thing. If you ever noticed, you never heard about who actually shot Tupac the first time. You heard who might have been behind it. You heard who was at the studio, but notice, you've never heard who actually was the shooter. And when you know this information that I just shared to you, now it all makes sense. This was all an inside job. Yes, this one did not have the talent on the level of Biggie and Mace and those guys. He was like one of those rough dudes who this is the only way that somebody would even sign them. He wasn't, if you like a Nas or one of them, it ain't one of them type of people because they don't need to do all that to get signed. This was somebody who only way for them to get signed, and the only way Big Diddy would sign them is if he did some dirt. And one day this is coming out. Like Daddy said, so many cover-ups from so long. But I'm telling y'all, when I found out this news, now I found this news out a little while ago, some months ago, actually. But now that Keefy D's, Tupac and Diddy and that whole triangle is starting to get a little steam again, I figure it's a good time to talk about it. But when I found out, I can't wait till it comes out because it's going to really drive home the point that Diddy all his life would always pay somebody else or entice somebody else to do the evilest, dirtiest work. Melissa says, "Good morning, Fire Glory," and she says, "Good morning, Flo and the Breakfast Crew." But to find out, that's something I never knew. I never knew that it was a rumor and it was pretty much true. Like I said, the source that told me that, they know exactly what they're talking about. I never knew the person who did it, who actually did the shooting, was actually a bad boy artist, or actually became a bad boy artist after they did this deed for Diddy. So basically, it was like, if you want to be a bad boy artist, if you want to be a bad boy artist, you have to do this for me. And so that person, so thirsty for the fame, so thirsty for a record deal, went and his crazy ass shot Tupac. Now, y'all tell me, what kind of coincidence that the person who shot Tupac the first time, what type of coincidence is that the person who shot Tupac the first time would then go on to become a bad boy artist? What kind of coincidence is that? I don't believe in coincidences. That's too much of a coincidence for me. Um, Let me see something. That's too much of a coincidence for me. And I wouldn't. Only way I can see that is Diddy was behind it. I could not believe that. I said, "Wow." So that's why. That's why. Yeah, Biggie didn't like Mace. That's why Tupac knew that Diddy had something to do with it. And so I believe that's why Tupac kept saying, "Biggie, they know who did it. They know who did it, and they're not saying anything." And that's why he was mad at Biggie. Because one thing I can say, from the person that was said to have done that shooting, ain't no way Biggie didn't know. Biggie might not have knew it before it happened, but he knew after. And the reason why I would think Biggie didn't know that was about to happen, because a snake like Diddy wouldn't tell anybody else that could throw off his plan. He don't trust. He wouldn't trust. He wouldn't trust anybody that might cause that to not happen, to fuck up his whole plan. But me knowing who did it or who it was, allegedly, There's no way that Biggie didn't know after. And I can't say, Biggie may not have told. It said if he did know. It's possible he didn't tell because his life would have been in danger. It's no. I don't. I think Biggie was just an innocent bystander of this whole situation. I don't think he had nothing to do with Tupac's death. I think, man, these were little kids. Diddy was doing all this evil shit. Wasn't nobody else setting up people and doing all this crazy shit. This was Diddy's doing. And he didn't care nothing about Biggie. Biggie didn't really like Diddy, from what I'm hearing. Biggie was about to leave Diddy. As soon as his contract was up, they say he was out of there. And Diddy didn't like that. So now it brings us back to Keefy D. He is still claiming that Diddy put out a $1 million hit on Tupac. He's still saying that. I'm sure y'all heard that. USA Today, on the most recent report, is that they're talking about this now. Man charged in Tupac Shakur's death plans. Diddy put out a $1 million hit. The USA Today review of previously secret files and court records provides new insight into Diddy's alleged involvement, which he denies, and the violent hip-hop rivalry that preceded it. As member of the two California gangs poured out of Las Vegas boxing match in September 1996, Tupac Shakur, the most famous rapper in the country at the time, sucker punched a rival. The man hit the ground and the mob attacked. Shakur, along with Death Row Records executive Suge Knight and a member of the Blood Street Gang, beat the victim until security showed up. The man declined medical treatment and wouldn't tell the police what happened. But he did tell his uncle, who was Keefy D. Keefy D, a leader of the Crips street gang, wanted to help his nephew get revenge. But in a DEA report detailing a secret police interview obtained by USA Today and filed in court earlier this year, David said he had another reason to go after Shakur and Knight, because Sean Diddy Combs had placed a $1 million bounty on Suge Knight and Tupac's head. Now, if you remember, Suge Knight also was messing around with Diddy's baby mamas. We got a famous picture where Diddy's baby mama is at Suge Knight's house. And I think it was Justin. Anybody that know about this famous picture, can y'all let me know in the comments? Was it Justin? Who was like a little baby or a little kid, and Justin and his mom was at Suge Knight's house? Anybody in the chat, if y'all familiar with that famous picture, I believe it was Justin. Fantasy, are you saying I'm right on that? I believe it was Justin. Justin's mom, who was supposed to be Diddy's baby mama. That whole situation is kind of weird. But it was Suge Knight. Okay, good. Big R said it was. So yeah, it was Suge Knight, Diddy's baby mama, and Justin were at Suge Knight's house in this famous picture. This drove. All right, here we go. Thank you, Fantasy Bambi. And I love the profile pic. I love the way y'all been coming through with y'all profile pics. Everybody, our goal is to have all of our people on our chat with their profile pics so we can see everybody. We're a community here. We a family. Y'all see, I make sure my video working. Make sure y'all got y'all profile pics. I want to see ya. But Fantasy, thank you for the input. Fantasy says Danny Boy, who remember was a singer on Suge Knight's Death Row Records. Danny Boy confirmed that Suge and Misa, that's her name, Misa, were messing around and they were babysitting little Justin. Okay, there it is. So Misa and Suge messing around, babysitting little Justin. Y'all know this infuriated Diddy. Let's go back to the court case now. Because these dots is connecting so much, it'll piss you off. Now remember what Kathy said. When Diddy and Cassie were in LA, they were in LA, and someone said, I remember this was in the court. This was testified under oath. She said Diddy got a call. And the call was said Suge Knight was at some restaurant. And so Diddy big head ass, they all dressed in all black. They all dressed in all black. And they all grabbed pistols and hopped in the SUVs and went to pull up on Suge Knight. Now, this was under oath. Cassie told this story. I'm sure y'all all remember this. So I asked y'all the question. Remember, they went up there, but Suge Knight, I think, was gone by then or something and pulled off. Whatever happened. The whole point of me telling this story is, if you read the tea leaves, if Diddy will hop in his trucks with pistols, with his security, follow me, with his security, Cassie testified to this, trying to pull up to unalive Suge, why wouldn't he go as far as to put bounties on their head, on Tupac and Suge Knight's head? See, it's so much smoke, it got to be some fire. Suge Knight and Tupac is smashing his BMs all crazy. Itty bitty Diddy is living with his little Tootsie Roll. You remember, they had the lawsuit talking about itty bitty Diddy's little Tootsie Roll. And then you got Tupac smashing his BM all crazy, knocking the stuffing off her McMuffin. Then you got Suge Knight knocking the stuffing off her McMuffin. And you got an insecure, narcissistic little devil with money and power named Diddy. You ain't got to be a rocket scientist to connect these dots. You don't need me to connect these dots. You can connect them yourself. Well, let me see what y'all laughing at. What happened? Fantasy on the road. Fanny said Diddy want all his hoes to himself and try to unalive man. Sarah Chapman used to be Tupac's woman. Diddy did it. Yep. Also, we heard, what about the rumor that we heard about Shakira Stewart? We went over that on, well, I think was that last episode or one of the previous episodes. Shakira Stewart mom said Diddy said he was gonna kill Shakira Stewart. Shakira Stewart was messing around with Kim. Next thing we know, Shakira Stewart ain't here no more. Itty bitty Diddy with his little Tootsie Roll was going crazy. Every time he looked around, his baby mamas was getting smashed. Because see, 99.999% of all the women that was around Tupac around Diddy, was around Diddy for his money. And see, I know those type. When you're the type of person that women are only around for their money, those are the most evil, jealous men you ever know. Because they know it. They know the only reason women messing with them is for their money, but they still want to look like they King Kong. But in their mind, they know they not King Kong. They know they itty bitty ditty. Because see, a real person, a real man, don't even want no woman who only want them for money. I don't want no woman that only want me for money. Any woman I talk to, I gotta know you fuck with me for my brain, for my personality, for who I am when you strip everything away from me. That's why I don't wear no shirt. It's all symbolic about what I stand for. Less is more. I don't go too crazy with all the special effects. I don't do too much. You know why? I want people who are around me, whether you're around me for my podcast or my content or me as a friend. I want people to be around me for me, my stripped down self. That's why I don't have a podcast voice, or meaning I'm not on my podcast trying to be somebody else. I'm on my podcast and I do my content. I am just who I am. I speak how I speak. If I want to drop F-bombs, I'm going to drop F-bombs. If I want to hide a word, I hide a word. But I'm going to always be myself. So that I know anybody around me, you with me for me. But then you got guys like Diddy. And there's other celebrities who I know personally that are like Diddy, who don't give a shit. They know women are just with them for money. And at the end of the day, those men are miserable. Because when a woman only with you for money, of course she's going to be doing something else. Because at the end of the day, we all like who we really like. We all yearn and all thirsty for who we really like. You could be with this person for this reason, this person for that reason, but you always gonna find yourself dealing with somebody you actually like. And Diddy is never that guy that she actually likes. Let's be honest. Diddy is never the guy that a woman is with because she actually likes Diddy to the core. And that drives him crazy. That drives him crazy. And it's a pattern. He get mad because Cassie messing with Kid Cudi. She wasn't messing with Kid Cudi for his money. She actually really liked Kid Cudi. Because he got personality, intelligence, humility, and he's himself. Diddy always trying to be somebody else. Diddy don't have no identity. So what he do? Blows up Kid Cudi car. Blows up Kid Cudi car. And that's why people like Diddy, I've been around dudes like Diddy. I have too much polish to call people out, but they always threatened by guys like me. And when I say guys like me that can be on the bus. I could be grinding, guys like me could be grinding on the bus, getting their life together. And your woman with all your millions gonna be looking at me and intrigued by me and want to talk to me. And not just me, guys like me. because nothing, women and people in general, nothing is more attractive than somebody who is confident in being themselves and don't give a fuck what nobody else think, and is the same with $1 million or $0. We win every time. Other celebrities that's like Diddy that remain nameless because I don't want to have nobody calling their feelings. But there's been other celebrities that's like Diddy that have women around for their money that I've been around, and they be intimidated about me. This person got millions. I'm a regular person, but now he get mad every time his girl give me a compliment. I ain't asked her to give me no compliment. I don't even look at the next guy's woman. But they don't understand the power in being yourself and treating people the way you want to be treated. Nothing more powerful than that. Ain't no money more powerful than that. No power more powerful than that. The most power on this earth is you being yourself and treating people the way you want to be treated. Everybody vibrates. Everybody gravitates to people who are like that. And that's the shit that people like Diddy and the rest of these celebrities don't understand. See, Flo being myself will always outdo your money, outdo your power. Men like me who stand for something and don't get caught up in all that materialistic shit and think, like my grandfather used to tell me all the time. You know what my grandfather used to tell me all the time? He used to call me Boo, because you know my family called me Boo. He said, Boo, you make the money. Don't make the money make you. Let me say that again. My grandfather used to clap his hand. He say, Boo, you make the money. He'd be pointing like this. You know, the old school guys, they point game was crazy. He said, you make the money, don't make the money make you. That shit stuck with me and will stick with me my whole life. See, somebody like Diddy, this is why he's trapped in his own miserable world. There's a lot of celebrities like Diddy. The money makes them instead of them making the money. So when your whole presence is all about money and all about what you got, then people, you shallow. You have no depth. And so you frustrated, you want to unalive people who actually people like for who they are. They despise people like that. And that's why, Melissa, they will sell their souls. That's why they will sell their souls. Because they don't value their soul. See, I value my soul. I love my soul. I believe my soul makes me who I am. I believe my soul is the key to my success in life, not materialistic wise, not money wise. Success in being a person that people gravitate to for the right reasons. Ain't nobody just being around Flo because he got money. Or he got this, or he got that. I would never want that in my life. I don't want to be surrounded by motherfuckers who are around me because I got money or because I'm popular. I want people around me who like what I'm about. I want people around me who like the way I treat them. I want people around me because they like what I stand for. Mohawk Diddy's and people like him, they don't give a fuck about none of that because they can't have nobody around them. They look at everybody around them as, I know they around me only because I got money. And that's a miserable ass life. So that's why you've heard so many stories about Tupac, about Diddy, unaliving folks or paying for people to be beat up and all, blowing up Kid Cudi's car. Because you have to control people with things. See, Diddy tries to control people with things. You can't control people with things. You have to give people free will, and then people will fuck with you because they actually like you. I ain't never been one to try to control nobody to be around me. I don't even control nobody to support me or control nobody to follow me. I just be who I am and let the universe gravitate around that. I'm not going to intimidate nobody. I'm not trying to force nobody. I'm not going to force nobody to do nothing. I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to be the best person I can be. And those who should be around me will be around. And that's how I live. That is the exact opposite of a person like Diddy. Diddy wants to use money, wants to use power, wants to use manipulation to force or entice people to be around him. But all of that shit is man-made shit that don't hold water. And so when you fill your world up with fake shit, you have to use fake shit to keep it all going. And then you get this cycle of just evil shit that you got to do to everybody in order for people to like you, in order for people to be around you, in order for people to deal with your stupid big head ass. My son has free will to be wherever he want to be. Long as he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, I ain't on his back. He go to his friends. He can go to his mamas. He can go wherever. I don't make his ass. You know why he in that other room? Because he love his dad. He know his dad love him. And he know that I might not be perfect, but I'm going to treat him the best I can at all times. And I'm going to respect him. That's why he in that other room. Not because I force him. Not because I control him. Not because I manipulate him. Not because I threaten him. None of that. I don't believe in none of that shit. I believe in being who the fuck you supposed to be. And the ones you want to be around you will be around you. The ones who ain't around you, they ain't no good for you anyway. If I got to control you, or I got to manipulate you, or I got to do any of that for you to be around me, I don't want your ass. That goes for relationships, family, friends, whoever. Even business. In business. I don't do business with people just for money. I do business with people who got a good vibe, who made up of good stuff. Because I don't give a damn if we can make $1 million. If I don't like who you are as a person, or vice versa, I don't want to fuck with you. Melissa says she learned that just because you grew up a certain way, that doesn't mean you have to stay that way. When you know better, you do better. If that means putting family and friends aside that do not align. I'm all about align. Hello? Hello, I'm all about alignment. Angie says, Flo, not all money is good money. You embody that. Exactly. I ain't selling my fucking soul. Y'all see, I told TMZ to kick rocks. I don't care who you are. If I don't like what you made up of, kick rocks and flip flops with no socks. That's just how we gonna do. Kathy said that she believed I was a preacher in my previous life. Might have been. But I don't give a rat's ass about what you about. If it ain't about the right stuff, you can remove yourself from my life. Period. And so that's what I want my community to be made up of, a bunch of people who feel like that. We all want to learn and grow. We all give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I always lead with love. I don't have no hate for nobody, but I'm very stern in how I feel. And I got all I got is my word and my balls, and I don't break either one of them for nobody. Lily said that's why we have the best community and family here. 1,000%. Even when I'm on this, even when I'm on here cussing somebody out or I'm cooking in the kitchen, it's still about love. I don't want to see people fucked up. It's not my nature. Even throughout my life, I've had people I had to get away from, and they pissed me off. But there's never been a time when I wished harm on them. Like I don't wish somebody lose their job or wish that their life be fucked up. I don't get down like that. Even if I don't like you, even if you do some shit to me, you know why? I always feel blessed that God gave me the gifts and the tools where I'm gonna be all right. He gave you the stuff that you need mentally and physically and emotionally to make it in this world. As long as I got that, hey, I ain't mad at nobody. But I will say how I feel, and I will cut your ass the fuck off if you doing too much. You're not gonna bring down my spirit, my frequency. You're not. Nobody's doing that. I bust my ass to have a good, to feel good and be happy and be at peace. I make sacrifices for my peace. So I'm not letting nobody destroy my peace or intentionally try to harm what I'm doing. No, 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 no. You can go over there and get yourself together. I'll be good over here. When you ready to come back, like the teacher used to do when you was in school, when you was acting out in class, and that teacher had to give your ass a timeout, it was still with love because that teacher didn't say you had to be gone for good. That teacher just say you just need to take a time out and get yourself together. And when you're ready to be a good person for people to be around, then your ass can get back involved in the classroom. But right now, your ass got to sit in the corner somewhere. And that's how you got to do people sometimes. Sometimes you got to get their ass a timeout. But give them a chance to come back. Don't be evil. But ain't nothing wrong with giving a motherfucker a timeout when they doing too much. Teacher used to do us like that. Now, luckily, I didn't never have to get no timeout. I was good in school. I never had to have no timeout. I could say that with confidence. But I did used to feel sorry for kids when they used to have to be in the corner with their desk turned to the wall for like half the class. You look so stupid. That was embarrassing. I never want no damn timeout. That timeout looked embarrassing. Timeout looked like you so unruly. A motherfucker just gotta remove your ass to get some work done. Valerie said, I always tell people, keep your eyes, ears, and heart open to God. He will guide you, trust in him. Great advice. Great advice. Angie says, in flip-flops, fool. Elise says, Flo, it's obvious you were raised right, raised the right way. Not many people are raised right these days. That is a problem. Yeah, my family and my granny, they did it. I gotta be happy. You know, you never know who your family is. All right, let me see somebody. Somebody said, are you the, let me go to this. Somebody, look, are you the drummer in Roots? Do you think I'm the drummer in Roots? You can answer your own question. The drummer in Roots could never. I'm gonna just say that. He cool, but he also could never. Let's be honest now. Let's be honest. I love him. I love him. I love the drummer in Roots, but he could never. And that's all. And we're gonna leave it at that. Angie said, "Flow secret identity." Yeah. I'm gonna get whoever, I'm gonna get that other person. We're gonna get her some glasses. We're gonna start a GoFundMe. Let's go, Angie, with the $1.99 coming through with the $2 holla. What's up, Angela? We trying to eat today. What's up? You got any super chats? Anybody gonna feed me today? Hey, look. Yeah, hey, look. Hey, look. Hey, look. Y'all ain't about to have me go in on Questlove because I love that brother. That's a good brother. But ain't nobody in their right mind. Questlove wish he could wake up and look like Flo. Ain't no Questlove ain't got these eyes. Questlove ain't got this keen nose and these eyebrows straight from heaven. Questlove don't have my beard made of silk. Don't play around. Don't have me have to go in on Questlove. That's my bro. I like Questlove, but nah. If you go ahead. You go look at a picture of Questlove, and you come back to me, and you tell me you can't see the difference. It's it, it's a lot of differences, but I love that brother. Shout out to Questlove, but there ain't no way. There ain't no way. Now, a lot of times I get a little Kyrie Irving here and there. I could fuck with the Kyrie Irving a little bit, even though I still don't think I look like no Kyrie Irving. But I could somewhat see a little Kyrie Irving. But Questlove, that just means you don't really pay attention to detail. You just see a black brother with an afro, and you got Questlove. You don't really pay attention to detail. So anybody that say that, they don't really like. I pay attention to detail. When I'm looking at you, I'm looking at your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your this, your that, your hair texture. Your hair texture. Questlove hair ain't even. We ain't got the same hair texture. This that good shit. I just don't be doing nothing with it until I step out. When I step out, it's over with. But when I'm on the show, I ain't trying to be cute. I'm trying to come in here and give y'all the news and laugh and joke. I'm not trying to be on this bitch looking like America's Next Top Model. Y'all see that when I'm in the streets. Recognize me. Miss Sweet too. Thank you for the $5 holla. Yes, you are very late. We've been kicking it today. Come on, y'all. Who else gonna feed me? We need a little bit more. Okay, Big R coming. There we go. Now I can start getting some damn food today. Damn. I was like, damn, my community, what they think I'm getting fat? They think I'm getting fat. Y'all don't want me to eat no more. I was like, damn, I ain't gonna be able to eat today. Thank you, Big R, for the $10 holla. Denise said I had too much sense to be Kyrie. Big R. I love my big mama. Big mama. I love my big mama. Thank you for the food. We got some food, but what about Juice? Anybody got a super sticker for Juice? I gotta get him some more snacks. We got a super sticker for Juice. The big dog, the big little dog. Our boy Juice, Big Juice. Yes, yeah, Angelina always gets the cash flowing. It gets some food. Juicy. We got something for Juicy before we get out of here. My big dog. Hey, C-Tuck. Hey, C-Tuck. You got to tell them. We ain't going to expose everything because we working. But C-Tuck, can you tell the community that Flo be putting it together when it comes to the business? C-Tuck, let them know, man. Me and C-Tuck working on some big things, but C-Tuck, tell them the boy Flo is no joke when it comes to putting business together. It's just like my podcast. If I tell you, you can take it to the bank. Tell them, C-Tuck, hey, look what T-Suck said. T-Suck said, no, for sure. Business, just like my podcast, that's how my business is. If I tell you, you can take it to the bank. Oh, that's because I go so fucking hard, though. I don't care. Whatever I do, I go hard. Oh, yeah, we're going to go over that tomorrow. Everybody, make sure, don't let me forget on Taco Tuesday, we're going to go over all the details for the meet and greet the weekend, October 4th and 5th. I'm going to dedicate about 10 minutes tomorrow to go over that, Melissa. So don't let us forget. Tomorrow we got to talk about the meet and greet. I can't wait to meet up with everybody. I already done met up with C-Tuck. Me and C-Tuck got full businesses going. Me and C-Tuck, man, the lot is coming out so good. Well, it's open. I mean, it's coming out good. It's already out. Okay, Fire Glory coming through with the $3 holla super sticker. Thank you, Fire Glory, coming in at the very last minute with the super chat. Your boy can eat something now. But yeah, y'all, me and C-Tuck putting together some woo. Love it. What we say? Love it when the plan comes together. As a matter of fact, Angelina, we're going to be working on you, man. We got to work on Angelina car as we getting everything put into place. Sherry said, yeah, we ain't seen you in a minute, Sherry. Where you been at, Sherry? Sherry said, so glad I made the podcast this morning. I truly miss the family. Yeah, we miss you too, Sherry. Sherry been MIA. Sherry been MIA. So thank you for sure tomorrow, man. We're going to talk about the meet and greet. Hopefully everybody could be there. If you're seeing this on replay, go to the comments, say watching on replay, because we got a replay game. We got the Wake and Bakers, we got the Breakfast Crew, and we got the replay game, and we got the Green Team. We got a whole bunch of groups in this, but if you're watching this on replay, go to the comments, and I need you to type replay game. That way I know who, if you wasn't in here on the chat, I need to know who was watching it on replay. Other than that, y'all, I always love kicking it with y'all every day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Let me put, I ain't gonna put it in here. Do I got time? I'm gonna put let me put the members, the YouTube members, if it take too long, I ain't about to fucking do it. Come on, computer. Don't be trying to get slow on me now, because I will shut your ass down. I already had to break you apart, put you back together so that we can have this show today. But let me put the so many, hey y'all, I gotta be honest. So many oh, here we go, join this channel. So many people from the podcast, so many people from the audio podcast are coming to the YouTube live show. It's crazy. This is the YouTube members only. We are gonna have our members only episode this Wednesday. So I just put the members link so you can join. I just put it in the chat. And if you want to become a member of the audio, Apple and Spotify crew, I'm about to put that in the chat. Now remember, the audio is mixed, mastered, so you get a different quality when you do the audio show. It's a different quality than the live show, of course, because the live show is live. But the audio is mixed, mastered, touched up, all of that. So let me put that. If you want to become a member of the audio show and just support the podcast, keep the podcast lights on. Boom, I just put that in the chat. Come on now. Come on, Wi-Fi with your funky ass. What was that? Was that Harlem Nights? What old school? I'm talking to the old heads. What show was that when the dude rolled the dice and he said, "Come on, 6" or something with your funky ass? I forgot which movie that was. But there it is, y'all. Put it on the screen. That's the YouTube to join so you can be a part of the green team. Everybody in the chat whose name is green is a part of the video members only YouTube group. We meet every Wednesday. And if you're part of the audio crew, you get the audio also on Wednesday. But come on, Wi-Fi with your funky ass. And here go the Buzzsprout link. Check it out. That's for the audio version. Other than that, y'all, we're going to talk about the meet and greet tomorrow. We're going to make sure everybody there and all of that. But as always, let's get the mouse in the chat. This is your man, the funniest non-comedian online. Got to be me. I'm the funniest non-comedian on this bitch. Let's get the mouse in the chat and get ready for tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. But tomorrow will be Taco Tuesday. Angelina says, have a great day, everyone. Flow Show fam, Wake and Bake crew, and new viewers. Stay safe, y'all. Don't forget to like the live before you leave, please. And thank you in advance. Monique says she's late, but have a great Monday, Monique. Go ahead and put you part of the replay gang. Go ahead and type replay gang in the comments. Angelia says, thanks, boo. Love you, Steph. Steph says, love you, Flo and fam. But I'm out. See ya. Crab King says, have a great day, y'all. Oh, Big R says she sent a little something for Juice. Okay. Let me get Juice. Let me see if I see it before we get the fuck out of here. No, I got to show some love for Juice. Okay. I'm going to go. Hey, look. And they got 2 for $2.99, Big R. They got the 2 snacks that Juice like. You get 2 for $2.99. So I'm going to go get them the 2 for $2.99. They like in the shape of a football and the shape of a tennis ball, but it's like some cookies and shit. So thank you. I know Juice gonna love them. He love them snacks. They don't last long. Yep, and I did get Big R Super Sticker. I just did it. Sherry says, let me rewind this and catch all the Flow T. I'm out. Christina says, have a great day, Flow crew. Yes, have a great day, Christina. Love all of y'all. Juicy, have a great day too, and I'm out. Angie says, Flo, it's great to be back in the morning live. I love you all, but I'm out. Yes. And my boy, T Tuck. Big week ahead. We're going to leave on this note. C-Tuck says, I'm out. Have a safe and wonderful day, everybody. As always, much love to everybody out there. Thank you for rocking with me. I love y'all, but I'm